Hello friends, today we are going to do the story 5 Chums and the Hacker. Yes, 5 Chums and the Hacker. The phone was ringing, but Bill ignored it. She was busy at her computer developing a new program. The ringing stopped. Just as Bill's ears were getting used to silence, it started again. The call was from Nishat. Bill. Nishat's high-pitched voice shot out of the receiver. Come right down. Aunt Stephen had just fainted in Mr. Subramaniam's flat. He has rung up 2 dozen ambulances. Basanti overheard. Her eyes became round. Who? What? Sorry, said Bill. You don't know all these people yet. Never mind. Just come. On reaching the scene of action, they found that Aunt Stephen, a plump, ever-smiling woman, was heaving and thrashing about, muttering under her breath. When others tried to walk her to the waiting ambulance, she screamed. It took her neighbors a full 10 minutes to get her into the ambulance. The next day was Sunday. In the attic, the meeting place of the 5 Chums, the children lounged around. What do you think has happened to her? Said Nishat. She might have just received some bad news, like losing all her savings, said Arya. Or a friend, said Nishat. Her life, said Basanti quietly. How do you know? Asked Nishat. She kept saying, he will get me, he will get me. Everybody was stunned. After a long discussion, they began their investigation with the gatekeeper. Had any strange men been visiting Aunt Stephen lately? None, said the gatekeeper emphatically. Next, the 5 Chums questioned Mr. and Mrs. Bose, who stayed next door. Did you hear anything disturbing? No, said the bosses. I think we have learnt one thing, that the threat came by phone, said Basanti. How do you know? She didn't go out. Nor did she have any visitors. Suddenly she rushed to the opposite flat and fainted. Someone must have threatened her over the phone. Excellent reasoning, said Dara. Let's visit Aunt Stephen and ask her. In the narrow bed in a strange robe lay Aunt Stephen. There were dark circles under her eyes. Auntie, asked Bill in a gentle voice, are you worried about something? Large tears rolled down her cheeks. Someone, she sobbed, is watching me all the time. He says he will kill me. Oh, I am so scared. Mrs. Stephen then told the children that someone was keeping a close watch on her. This person knew all the details, like what she cooked, what she said to whom, and even what she thought. The children were shocked. What's worse, said Mrs. Stephen, he rang me up to tell me what all he knows about me. Only the other day, I wrote to my son for some money. The next day the call came. The voice, asked me what I was going to do with all that money. Wept Aunt Stephen. Perhaps someone is reading your mail. Noddy, put in. But I didn't send a letter. I sent an email. How can someone know what she thinks? Said Noddy. I think, said Bill, We ought to take a look around Aunt Stephen's flat. The flat had a warm, comfortable, welcoming look. What is Bill doing? Said Noddy. You are not fiddling with the computer, are you? But Bill was deeply engrossed in Aunt Stephen's computer. Others looked on, then moved away to do their own search. Just then Bill gave a shout. I have got it. What? Shouted everyone. But Bill suddenly put a finger on her lips. She got up, searched for the main switch of the computer and switched it off. Then she said, I have found a virus called Sysadictis in Aunt Stephen's computer. What does that mean? Said Nishat. It means, said Bill, that someone has infected this computer with a virus. With its help, he can read all the email messages that Aunt Stephen sends and receives. The virus can start the microphone too. So the hacker was hearing all that Aunt Stephen said. He then traced her phone number and started calling her up. But what about the things she thinks? Said Noddy. Oh, that's easy, said Arya. Aunt Stephen mutters all the time. The microphone picked up some of it. Everyone thumped Bill on her back. The mystery solved. Tra, la la, sang Nishant. Arya protested. Hey, hold on. What are we going to do about the hacker? Oh, there's a way to catch him, said Basanti. We will catch him in his own trap. Listen. They all, including Aunt Stephen, agreed. The next morning, they all sat around the computer, scripts ready in hand from the bank. Ma'am, said Arya in a salesman-like voice, you called up for your money at your doorstep service. Oh yes, thanks, said Aunt Stephen. Just leave it there on the table, will you? Yes, ma'am, said Arya. Noddy opened and closed the door loudly. Auntie now muttered under her breath, Now, let me see. I must get some almonds for the chocolate cake. Oh, the money, I will keep it away later. Oh, I am late for church. Where are the keys? Never mind, I will just shut the door tight. I am late already, so late. Auntie let her voice fade away. Noddy opened and closed the door. After a few moments, Bill switched off the computer. 2 hours later, the doorbell rang. At once, they all rose and took position behind doors and furniture. The knob turned. Hesitant steps were heard crossing the floor to the table on which lay thick brown paper packet. There was a sound of tearing of paper. Sorry, pal, only old newspaper cuttings there, said Bill. The stranger was startled. The packet with which he was fumbling fell down. He wanted to run away, but was surrounded by the 5 chums. The boy who stood facing them was a little older than Arya. He was sweating. We knew what you wanted, said Bill. Do you know hacking into other people's computer is a crime? By then Aunt Stephen had joined them. She was looking at the boy with unbelieving eyes. You are even younger than my grandson, she whispered. Why do you want to kill me? The boy hung his head. With a trembling voice he confessed, I am sorry, madam, but believe me, I did not want to kill you. I had hacked your account. for sheer fun. I had never thought my prank could harm you this much. Please forgive me." With these words, the boy broke down. Tears of guilt and repentance rolled down his cheeks. Aunt Stephen rose and put a hand on the boy's shoulder. "My child, I don't know who are you, but I forgive you. And I pray that whenever you wish to do anything bad or unkind, God guides you and stops you from being bad." Friends, if you want more informative videos, more animative videos, please subscribe my channel. And if you want anything, please tell me in the comment box. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.